talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Falcons going up against the Patriots. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. And I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant in just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third Pro Bowl in 2017.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
2 yards to go here on third down. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
2 Patriots there to bring him down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. 3rd down here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught outright, Amendola. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 25 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
Now carry for the shifty Dion Lewis.
Whoosh.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for New England. 42 yards on the ground. He's been reliable all year, and he continues that reliability here on the biggest stage.
And when we were in a production meeting with the offensive coordinator, didn't he kind of mention, maybe even smile about the idea of running the football? It's worked well for them.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Gronkowski may have had to miss a Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates. Never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background. Right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016. But I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't
Black. Here to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And a cutback left. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 33 yards.
They gashed him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes you're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan. But now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Now Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick all that time and find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
10 yards still left on second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Going for it all. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. He always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. He's got some pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the... Former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a fifth-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Now Brady, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief. And look at this, another fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. That throw good. Get down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. On third down, Devontae Freeman.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So it'll be first down here after the run. So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll get it up the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Danny Amendola on the return. He leaps over him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And, oh, what a catch at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Danny Amendola, 49 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right...
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run. Devontae Freeman. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Martellus Bennett. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. In Mexico for the second straight year. A lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you sit. And get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe.
And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Here's Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, Ryan. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. On third and goal, Ryan. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Play action. Now it's Brady. Right Gronkowski's got it on the crossing.